It is not your job to get the student ready. It's your job to feed the hungry.
If you didn't know, now you know. I'm a huge fan of Think Media, Sean Cannell, Omar El Takori, Heather Torres, and Nolan. The crew is amazing. Sean is my guy. And man, he has this thing on Facebook called Coffee with Cannell, live on Facebook. And so we did a sit down this week, and he gave me a channel review and dropped some bombs on me, creativity and the ideas that he gave me, man. And you are in for a treat.
Dean, what is your ideal outcome in the next 3 months?
Sean, nice to meet you, man. Oh my gosh. You know, if I had to make an extra $2,500 a month based on what I'm doing right now, that will be very, very, very cool. Very, very amazing.
So fill me in. Where you streaming to us from, and what's your side hustle, and how's this thing been affecting you?
Yeah, so I am streaming from Atlanta. Music is my passion. I am a music publisher. I did a course at Berklee College of Music. People that want to collect their royalties, music royalties, that's my forte. I'm also a music coach, you know, about 25 plus years. On my YouTube channel, the thing is, Sean, that I'm confused about. I try to make videos, then sometimes the videos are not like targeted. My audience, perhaps, you know, singers, musicians, producers and whatnot. I still make videos, how to live stream. You know, I just put out a video this morning about video presentation. I don't know if I'm really targeting my audience the right way because I don't have as much engagement. So what I started doing in the last month, Sean, is just putting out videos.
Where are those? I don't know why I'm not seeing them. I only see one upload in the last month.
No, they're there.
Just says 1 week ago, StreamYard, and then video presentation 10 hours ago. So, okay, so vidIQ is messed up. So about a video a week?
Yes, that's what I'm trying to do, video a week.
Okay. So one of the questions, or the main question, is clarity on the YouTube channel.
Yes.
Strategies for growth on the YouTube channel.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So, you know, a couple things. I actually just did an interview with Rory Vaden on at Social Media Marketing World before the lockdown, and it's going to be a video that everybody here is going to want to watch. It's going to drop probably at the end of this week or next week. Now, he has 6 questions in what's called the brand helix, and I'm going to give you those 6 questions right now.
Okay.
And this is a little preview of coming attractions, and everybody watching, you're going to want to grab and write down these 6 questions. So when it comes to your YouTube channel, your brand, your business, you want to answer what problem do you solve, but also what are you passionate about? You don't want to lead with also, like, I help people build video, like with video, but he said that's not what you want to lead with. You want to lead with the problem you solve. Video is an answer to a problem. So I started getting clarity. Like, I actually help people with obscurity. People, like, if they're not known yet, if you have zero influence, stay connected to Think Media video influencers, because we're going to help you grow, and video and live streaming is going to help you get influence. Video and live streaming is going to help you get customers. What's your problem? I don't have enough customers. So you want to define the problem you solve connected to your passion. I'm passionate about helping people with cameras and videos, but it also needs to be connected to that problem. Next question 3, what do you research? This is if, like, you already know you're doing music, but like, what do you research? Like, what do you read a book, read about? You mentioned you already have education as a music publisher and coach. So that's obviously that. And then what do you have results in? That's, of course, your credibility. So these come in 2s. So there's the first 2, the second 2. So anybody watching, I just thought this will add value to, like, what do you research? What do you have results in? And the final 2, what would someone buy from you? We're not going to go deep. And then what business do you want to be in? So all of that should map back to your YouTube channel. But I wanted to mainly bring that up because he actually addresses the point of, if you're like, well, if I'm teaching music, then why, you know, if I'm talking about live streaming, is that off brand? You know, that's what you mentioned. Like, if I'm doing a camera review, is that off brand? I mean, that's what Sean does, you know, but the answer is it's not, so long as you're always looking through the lens of the clear answer to those questions. Meaning, I think what I would want to see here is, I don't really see clarity about who you help. I do here on the about page. So you say, I'm going to help you learn how to distribute your music and make money from your music. You might not even need to say how to live stream, because that's just one of the ways to distribute your music and make money from your music. Grow your audience, yes. Grow your fan base. That would speak to the right language. Get fans. So here's the key is you just got to bring it back. I think you're already on the right track, but in terms of your messaging, you just got to bring it back that you already have a really clear person you're talking to. And the powerful thing is, as my homie Rory Vaden was breaking down, was then, yeah, you can make the same video, quote unquote, as Think Media. You can make the same video as whoever. The difference is you're talking to somebody different. So you just want to make sure. And then, by the way, you still might bring in a lot of search traffic. You might still make bank off affiliate marketing from just people that end up stumbling upon a camera review. But the big key is that you're not just doing StreamYard tutorial. You're talking about like what every musician should be doing when it comes to live streaming. And then you still might say like best free live streaming software, but your audience and your subscribers are getting conditioned to say, okay, man, this is live stream month. And Dean is helping me learn that I need to be playing my music live. He's gonna teach me how to stream live. And guess what? When you get real crystal clear on that target audience, who and what, so like what problem do you solve and for whom, when you're crystal clear on who it is you're helping, it just brings a lot of clarity to you just keep serving that person. Is that making sense?
100%.
Yeah, creating a video podcast, we teach on that, but you had Omar on, he teaches on it. But you want to make sure, and this is also so key, that you're fighting for your audience and advocating for them. You're living in their minds. So you're like, okay, I need to even explain this a little different because these aren't like techie people necessarily camera wise. They know music, they know this, they know nothing about social potentially, or they know nothing about live streaming potentially. So the reason you become the go-to authority and person to help them is you're a better answer in many ways than, of course, Think Media, because I'm speaking to aspiring content creators, but I don't know the pain points of the music publishing industry, the time constraints they have. You know, you'll be able to come at it from a different level of empathy. But what I'd like to see is the elevation a little bit. And by the way, I feel like you're already there. It's just a few small tweaks in your titling, in your branding, in terms of the messaging to just go all in with the very specific person you help. And that is helping you distribute your music. So, you know, it might be the best tools for, you know, Spotify and getting your songs on there and getting them in suggested. It's, you know, how to collaborate with other artists over live streaming. Yeah, it could be straight up just camera reviews because your subscribers, but it's—
I like that, Sean. I like that.
It's through the lens. And that's what Rory was saying was, yeah, you just always have that lens. I do a camera review and you do too, but you're coming at it from a different viewpoint. Your viewpoint is, I'm going to help you distribute your music. So even the why, like, yo, in this video, we're going to talk about one of the best cameras. You know, my friend Sean even talked about it, M50, but I'm going to be talking about, because look, y'all, you need to be creating content to produce music. You need something that's fast, or, you know, to record yourself. And so it frames your messaging. And the reason your messaging breaks through the noise, and this goes for everybody watching, is the reason your messaging breaks through the noise is when you start becoming a meaningful specific rather than a wandering generality. That meaningful specific, that's a quote from Zig Ziglar, is when you're speaking straight to a person. Like my Heather on the Think Media team has brought so much empathy to the Think Media world to realize stay-at-home moms, stay-at-home entrepreneurs, or just moms in general, as she is, and non-tech people have a whole different set of language they need to hear. And one of the reasons why Think Media has grown and done so well is a lot of times we are maybe speaking broadly and we're not actually really connecting with a particular audience. Sometimes we also are afraid of niching down, but that's where the power is. You want to be like the go-to source. And think about it this way, where musicians recommend you word of mouth. They're like, dude, Dean's the guy, man. Dude, his whole channel, you got to go watch his whole channel. He's going to solve all of your problems. And then you're not as afraid. You're like, well, wait a minute, everyone's already answered these questions. Yeah, but not through the lens of the audience you're talking to. Is that helping and making sense?
Yes, 100%. And I do have some friends that would say those things, and they are singers, but I still can't get those same people to watch my videos or to participate in that. So you are like hitting the nail on its head, man. I don't know if you are a prophet or what, but it's what I need to focus on, that clear audience, like focus on at least one person and say, all right, that's the person I'm trying to reach, and fix up the messaging, and probably things will begin to look better. Because I do get so confusion there. And even last night, my wife was telling me, Dean, you need to fix your title, or you need to make sure that you're speaking to the music lovers and the musicians. And you said it best. Even if I did that, that review on the M50, but in the messaging, I can make sure that they're getting that message directly.
100%. And as soon as the video starts, that's why you say, again, if you're, we're going to be talking about the M50. By the way, if you're new here, we talk about a lot of the tools and the strategies and the best ways for musicians to distribute their music. If you're, and you don't want to talk too long, but we're going to help you make more money, get your word out, whatever. You think about who you're talking to. What's so powerful though, is when you niche down, I think about like Heather's channel, it's only for homeschool moms. And so you would think that her audience would only be women. And then you're like, but why do 10% men still watch the channel? Probably because they're creepers and we don't even know why they're watching the channel. But no, even when you niche down, like Rachel Hollis, she's a big personal development. She wrote Girl Wash Your Face. She does a women's personal development event, and now it's attended a small group, but a large group of men respectively, because she got so big. People, whether it's husbands or even other people, they're just like, I just like the vibe, man. I'm just trying to come down and get some of this energy. Yeah. And so, but you got to start small to get big. So keep that messaging clear. And I wanted to just follow up one thing. Did you mention though, that some of your musician friends, even though this is the information they need, they're actually not watching it? Is that what you said?
Yeah, because I shared, on those platforms that I know where they are,
Okay, good. I wanted to speak to that.
Yeah.
That's actually really powerful. And a lot of people, I think, could relate to that. I've been through that whole thing and we all go through it. A lot of times especially when we're starting on YouTube, we are actually probably preaching the most at our inner circle. I grew up in a small town. And it was Marysville, Washington. I was an intern doing video at a church. And I was thinking all the stuff I was sharing about, I'm like, social media, video, YouTube, come on, hustle, do something extra for your family. You can't depend on your job. You might lose it and you might go through something like this. So be building a side income. Look at this opportunity on social media right now. And I kind of wanted to, from love, but I wanted to change those around me. I wanted to, like, hey, wake up, yo, like stop playing PlayStation and start hustling. Like, like to the people, like, do you see these opportunities? Like, and then sometimes those same people would hit me up and complain about their situation. They would then also want to pick my brain. And I'm like, pick my freaking brain. I just posted 10 videos that already answer your question. Why don't you go to my freaking YouTube channel? You want to pick my brain? You know, I make a library of content for you. But
oh my gosh.
Is this resonating with you?
Yes, sir. Yes, 100%.
Is honestly that you've got to actually, in a way, just let them go and just serve the world, and realize that this is even like biblical. A prophet is without honor in his hometown, man.
His hometown. Yeah.
There's just something, but not. You don't want to be like bitter about that. I just realized, I was like, what's so interesting is that the people in my closest circle that even have YouTube channels at times and need help and are complaining are not even watching my videos. And then they're still asking. So, but I was like, but there are people who are. And so even though here's what I also discovered, and they did a study. This is what's crazy. Praise to the Think Media community that's watching this. I think Forbes did this study. Only about 5% of people will keep learning after high school, period. Only like 5, I thought it might have been as low as 2. The fact people are here wanting to level up, learn, the fact you're here, you're obviously a learner, you're ambitious, you keep sharpening the saw, you recognize that life is a gift, learning is a gift, that we shouldn't ever stop learning, that lifelong leaders are lifelong learners, but the average person doesn't. Some people will wake up out of that, but that's not their job. That's not your job. Your job is to speak to, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. That's the power of search and YouTube. When you're answering questions for that hungry musician that's up studying, searching YouTube, trying to sharpen their craft. So what I started to learn was, I was like, man, my real people were not my inner circle and these people. And I was getting mostly frustrated by them. I just need to add value and put it out there. And when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. By the way, over time, people eventually have come to me and they've been like, bro, I'm so sorry. I didn't even realize you were like my neighbor and you had been telling me these things in the kitchen. Like, we were hanging out, and now a couple years later, dude, I've been binging your videos. When the student is ready, it is not your job to get the student ready. It's your job to feed the hungry. And so people are already hungry. They're like, dude, how do I go live, man? How do I get my song on, Spotify? How do I hack Apple Music? How do I collab with other musicians? How do I rise above in this pandemic? And there's already so many people that are hungry. I just really wanted to hit that because it was so interesting you saying that, and I've thought a lot about it. I mean, there's people in Vegas right now where that sometimes hit me up and DM me and stuff. And I'm like, and I don't want to lack empathy, but I'm like, yo, our whole Think Media crew, we've been grinding, man. We got all kinds of resource for you. I'm not here to take responsibility for your inaction and laziness. Anyways, that's me preaching a little bit.
Preaching, brother.
Anyways, you're really going to resonate. So that might mean a shift of avatar. So I thought my avatar, my target person, was Sally, who needed who should be building her brand. And just because she's got a voice, like, yo, Sally, you got to learn how to survive in the music industry right now. You got to learn why SEO is important. But Sally doesn't want to work. So Sally might not, she's really not yet your target audience. It's interesting distinction. Your target audience is someone who's like ready to hustle, ready to learn, open to, they want to learn marketing and music. You know what I mean? It's kind of a shift. And I think it's, again, I don't want to come off like so hardcore. You definitely want to have empathy for some people, but some people just don't, they literally don't want to learn. They're like, they're like, wait, that sounds like work. I just want to sing. And why can't I just like go viral on YouTube and like sell a record? You're like, that's a little bit harder. Yeah. And so feed the hungry. There are, and what's crazy with the internet, bro, there are tens of thousands of musicians, singers, beat makers, hundreds of thousands right now that need your help. And so think about their pain points, their questions, the kind of content they need to see. Even when you bring in Judy Fox and when you bring in Jen Herman and stuff, good content. Because by the way, okay, well, why should you have them? Well, they're already on like social media marketing world site. They're already, well, that's different because you're through the lens of music. Serve your people one at a time, and word of mouth, you're going to like awaken massive people that are going to be like, dude, this is the freaking channel, man. He's sniper. He's straight on for exactly the pain points that we have as musicians.
One last thing, Sean. So last night I made a video about how to live stream using Zoom. So I think for the first time I was able to kind of speak to the audience directly. I said, to all the pastors, deacons, evangelists, musicians, singers, and whatnot who want to live stream from the comfort of your own home, let me show you how to live stream using Zoom. And so I created a video on that. But without you seeing it, do you think the whole setup was okay? Because that's how I kind of worded it.
Yeah, I think that where you really start to get your difference is how to live stream music from Zoom. That's the key word in the title. How to live stream worship or praise and worship with OBS, because that's the specific pain point. Here's what I've learned. Those little nuances really matter. Like so people think, oh, best camera for YouTube. Okay. Yeah. But there's different like intents, and you add the word vlogging and the whole game has changed. A vlog like G7X, run around, vlog your day for whatever, if that's the thinking behind it, is an entirely different deal. And again, best camera for YouTube musicians. It changes everything. And I'm not making that video because I don't know. I'll try to sing, man. I'll try to rap right now. We can do but like, it's not going to be good.
I posted your rap a month ago, Sean.
You heard
that little rap you did with Nick Newman.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah, man, that was crazy.
Yeah,
market world, it gets weird.
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean, I think that you got, and that's your difference. So somebody could have a real estate channel and they're helping about all these real estate questions, but they're like, well, I also kind of want to cover tech. Well, you should. Best camera for real estate agents. which could lean in on wide angle lenses and whatnot. And then their audience may or may not click through on that video, but they will. Why? Because it stays on brand, even though it opens up to the other topic.
Dope, man. That's good.
It's connected to that clear message. They know who they're talking to. That's the magic for you, man.
Man, dude, I appreciate that, man. You really, really, really sealed the deal for me, and I'm gonna leave here now feeling more focused, having a tunnel vision, and I'm just gonna go and start create and just focus on those key terms, man. Sean, I appreciate you so much, dude. Take me there all the way, buddy.
Appreciate you, Dean. Thanks so much for coming on. Focus is power.